Corner. I and Shalini are here, and this is last week of 2022. So, yes, a very happy new year from both of us, and we'll continue our journey next year too. So, today we have come up with v- a very interesting topic, which is recap of patent news over the year 2022. So, we'll do a quick recap of some interesting news. Uh, and yes, so Shalini, over to you.
Hi, Priggya. Hello, viewers. Priggya, hope you're having a good Tuesday.
Yes.
Very adventurous, I think.
Yeah, very adventurous. I hope you are also having a very good day.
Yes, we are still on school break, so that gives me some time to catch up with everything.
Wow.
But I'm excited to be here in this recap of patent news for 2022 because that means next year we get to start something new and exciting.
Yes.
So, what's the first news that you remember this year?
So, Shalini, this year I think Russia was somewhere in the discussion about the patent war and about the war, intellectual property war in general, and I think that was the country which started using foreign patent application without the consent of owners in the light of we can use it for the purpose of defense and security. So I think that was one interesting news. What are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, I had actually written about this in the beginning of the year because we've always seen traditional weapons being used in wars, and it seemed like IP was being used as a weapon this time. So
Yeah.
there isn't much in the news now, but when it came out, it was all they were all a buzz. There was, I think, even trademarks. They had started granting trademark protection to uh, Uncle Vanya, which is the Russian McDonald's. And their logo looks very similar. It is the M, but it is flipped sideways to look like a B, and it's the same colors. Then I think they had for Starbucks as well, and a couple of other, I think Ford, if I'm not mistaken. I forget which automobile brand, but uh, they started allowing you don't without taking into account that there's a well-known brand. I mean, Starbucks is a well-known
Yeah.
brand now, and so is McDonald's. So without taking into account that there is already a well-known mark, they were granting protection for those. With respect to patents, I don't know how that works because I think Russia is a signatory to TRIPS, so I don't know how they managed to allow
Yeah.
and circumvent the TRIPS guidelines.
Yeah, but that was a very interesting, and I think we don't have to give any royalty to the person, and we are using all the technologies. It seems like a war. Like we are not giving justified remuneration to the person who has been an inventor.
Yes, so I think it was deemed to be an act of war, this patent grab
Yeah.
thing. So there was a fear that trademarks, copyrights, and so on would be next. So I think Russian government said that they could use foreign patents without consent of the patent holders, and I think I don't recall which news item it was, but it was that you could file for a patent for an already existing patent. But now I'm not able to find that news item anymore. So maybe not quote me on that.
Yeah. Le- let's consider it as one of the news of 2022. And which has to be forgotten because we don't want wars like these.
Yeah, we definitely don't want wars, and we don't want IP to be used as a pawn in the war. IP is for other things. It's
Yeah.
for innovation, it's for growth, it's for good things. I don't want it to have a negative connotation.
Yeah. So next news, Shalini.
I think the next news would be AI. artificial intelligence being allowed to patent things in its name. Which takes me to it, which takes me reminds me of a news that's not 2022, but I don't know if you remember that monkey
Yeah,
where they were trying to file for copyright protection for a selfie taken by the monkey. The monkey's
correct.
name, by the way, they've named it Naruto.
Yeah,
And I think if you look for the macaque, it's the picture that shows up is that particular monkey whose name is Naruto.
correct.
And PETA was filing for copyright
Monkey.
protection
Yeah,
in the name of the monkey. And I think AI being a patent holder brings to mind the same question that intellectual property is an asset, and we want to monetize it, we want to commercialize it. And this concept of money is a very human thing. Money, God, all these are human constructs. We talk about all these things. Animals, birds, bees, they don't know about all these things, right? They just
probably.
go about and AI is a human construct. So to say that one human construct has to now patent something in its name to worry about a next human construct, which is money, is a bit far out for me.
Correct. And even the courts in that monkey case said that, intellectual property is not developed to the extent that we start giving rights to the animals. So,
Yeah,
yeah. And in that case, I think it was very rightly said about this money aspect also. And I think, like, how, probably PETA's argument could be we can use the money for animal welfare. But the thing is, how can then still the animal cannot be an author or an inventor. Similarly, AI, to my honest opinion, it would be probably the person who has made that AI, and that AI use that person's intellect to create things further. So probably the person who manufactured or who made that AI should be the one who should have the rights.
absolutely. Absolutely. I haven't read the original bit, but that also goes for any work of art, right? Now
Correct.
I have, we have Chat GPT, and we
Yeah.
have, and we have, which is the one that throws up, like I was working with that Discord channel, and you can type in whatever description you want, and it'll throw out pictures based on AI generated
Mhm.
pictures based on your description. And who owns the rights to those things? Who owns the rights to AI created content? So my content is my copyright, which means I can collect it all in a book and sell it and copyright it and sell it. And for perpetuity, it is my work. I'm the author. My moral rights are secure. And if I want to sell it, I can make money on it. But what is Chat GPT going to create content, and then who owns it?
Yeah.
And what is Chat GPT going to do with the copyright on
I think these
on
are
what it
all the
creates?
issues that would come in 2023, and everybody would be like, what's gonna happen this time?
No, we have to start thinking, right? At some point, right now, this is out of a science fiction thing, right? That at some point, there may be, right now, the computers are just doing what we program them to do. But at some point, do you think actual sentience will kick into them?
Yeah,
Anyway,
definitely.
that's a topic for another day. But AI, yeah, I still don't see the point. Like you said, I think the person who created the AI would be the one
Correct.
who owns the patent. It makes no sense for an AI to be the owner of a patent.
Correct. I think, Shalini, in one of the jurisdictions, I don't remember the jurisdiction, but they said AI alone cannot be the applicant of the patent. Probably AI plus some organization or a person can together be still an applicant or an inventor. And whenever we distinguish, like, throughout our courses or throughout law we have studied, like what is the difference between an inventor and an applicant. And we always say that inventor has to be a natural person, they cannot be an artificial person, but applicant holding rights can probably be an artificial person, like organizations and NGOs, organizations, startup, and things like that. But inventor have to be real persons because they are the people inventing stuff.
Yeah.
So I think
So
that is also
yeah, I think
something.
if we go back to 14th century, 15th century, when patents started being granted, I think the first few were the Venetian glass blowers and for recipes and so on. They were granted to make sure that the inventor of that object had monopoly for a certain number of years,
Mm,
to make
mm,
sure that he gets his incentivize his
mm.
innovation. And you won't think of an AI, you won't think of transferring your land in the name of your AI, would you?
Yeah.
Or a
No.
bank account. A company is still a legal person. No
Hmm,
doubt,
hmm, hmm.
it's legal
Yeah.
fiction, but it is still a person, not a natural person, but it still can own property.
Correct.
It can sign documents through its authorized signatory and so
Hmm,
on.
hmm, hmm.
But until and unless we start including the definition of AI in acts, in legislations, to grant any kind of intellectual property in the name of an AI, a company can sorry, tripping over my own words. A company can hold a patent, they can be the applicant, but because they can still hold a bank account, they can still
Correct.
hold property, they can still trade in assets. But an AI is not defined anywhere in these acts. So until and
Correct.
unless we first define it, then we talk about what rights they can have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you are very right in this sense because till the till the time that person in itself or the legal entity in itself is defined in the legislation, they cannot hold any rights. First, we'll have to, then probably you know, n- uh, the concept of nationality would come. Who, which place, like who, because every act begins with that stuff. They go to the basic, like if you are a person, you have to be a national of some country, and then you can hold some rights in that country, and then you'll have some rights in foreign countries. So I think a lot of jurisprudence would have to develop to give AI the rights.
Yeah. And I wonder why the inventor did not, I mean, was it a marketing gimmick?
Yeah.
Wh-
Probably
What
can.
what was going on in their head that they chose to say that here, this AI that I created is, I'm going to name that the inventor. And then you
Yeah.
are still the owner of the AI. If there's something goes wrong with the circuitry, what happens to the patent?
Who's the
The
liar,
legal
who's
representative. Then you are the legal representative. I don't know. It just seems a little far out, and I think we need to be, before we start talking about whom we want to award patents to, we have to start looking at the jurisprudence of intellectual
correct.
property. I think we should have a session on that.
Done. Probably
I
we
know
can take
I
it.
know it's far too far from innovators corner, and it seems like it is something that is to be discussed in a classroom, but I think it has its practical applications.
Yeah, and definitely, and it will give all the innovators a point of direction, like how probably people think while a law is developed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh, and then we also have to wonder, along with this, is copyrights, and and thankfully they've not started talking about trademarks for AI, so we have saved that topic at least.
Yeah.
But copyrights for AI. Um, okay, so I was just wondering about this the other day. I downloaded that app on Discord. I really don't remember what it's called, but I threw out a bunch of descriptions, and it gave me four pictures for each description that I gave. Now, those four pictures, can I use them in any way I want? Can I monetize them? Can I make art prints and sell them? Prigya, looks like Prigya's camera is frozen.
Hello, Shalini. I think we are here, we are live because it shows me. I'm so sorry, something happened with my computer.
No worries. Technology glitches happen.
Yeah. So we have Nicholas with us today, and let's say hi to him. Hi, Nicholas. Thank you so much for being here. A very happy new year to you also. And I look forward to meeting you again this year. And we have Niall. Niall is a very close client, like I work with him regularly. Thank you so much, Niall, for being here and for attending this session. And
Hi,
Shalini, we were
Nicholas. Hi, Nile.
and Shalini, I couldn't hear the last bit, but yeah.
I was saying that I given keywords to the Discord app, and it threw back 4 images for each description. So
Yeah.
my question is, can I create prints of those 4 images and sell them? Can I monetize them? Can I distribute them in any way I want? Can I make photographs of them and have an art exhibition?
So these are the concepts. Probably we'll have to answer it in times to come, because we don't know who is the author of that work. As of now, it's still a question mark, because the rights are not with AI. The rights are not with people. Then I think till the time nobody can claim infringement or a valid case for infringement, you are free to operate those images. Because then people will have to probably come and show that, okay, here is where the infringement is happening. And for that,
Okay.
a lot of copyright concepts, and we'll have to go to the jurisprudence of sweat labor, the sweat of bro theory, and
Yes.
who has put in labor to make those images. Probably the owner of the AI is the owner of those images, but for now, I think these issues are something very big that needs to be discussed.
So may I invite you to the opening of my new art exhibition?
Yeah, definitely. And then when probably the first case comes regarding this, we both will fight together.
Okay. So, in line with this, AI is one more. I know it has nothing to do with IP, but since we're talking about AI, there was one piece of disturbing news that I heard in 2022, and that was there was an AI playing chess with a 7-year-old child. And you know how children want to go back and adjust the pieces and touch
Yeah.
something and get a little meddling. And the child went back to touch, even though it was not the child's turn, it was the AI's turn. But the child went back to adjust the pieces that he had just played, and the AI thought whatever thought in quotes, uh, felt threatened and broke the child's finger. And um, it was disturbing on a lot of levels. Just just too disturbing for me to
Who
even
disturbed?
digest it. Yeah.
And then it's like, who is liable for this? You know, legal issues associated with AI are so difficult to tackle. We have AI cars. Who is liable for the accidents? Who is liable for the thing? Is AI liable? Is the person liable? Is the person who manufactured that car liable? If the electronic system fails, what will happen? I think this is not even a topic to discuss about, because people sitting in, well, like, luxury cars, or cars which are considered safest cars in the world, even they die of accidents.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree. So I don't know who is to blame or who liability. Right. So do they not think about all these things before bringing all the like? I know in the entrepreneurial world, there is always this thing of don't worry about the perfect product, just push whatever you have into the market and keep developing and keep improving it. The next version of your product will be better, and the next version will be even better, and then at the end of it you'll be embarrassed by the first version. And I understand that it works okay for a computer or a phone,
Yeah.
but something where human lives are held in, where these technologies hold human lives in their hands, so to say. I don't think we can just shove one version out and say I'm embarrassed by the first version and my second version will be better. Yeah, there is some thought to be put into that.
Yes. And Chalini, I think we should end with the fun news which happened this year.
Yes, the
Which one?
fun news is IP filings have gone up and
Yeah.
they are on an upward trend. That's a good thing
Yeah.
for us.
And so I had another fun news in my mind, because I think we discussed it in one of our sessions as well. Elon Musk saying that patents and IP are useless, and then filing a lot of patent applications this year, probably.
Yes. Yes. What has the number gone up to? Has it crossed 1,000
So
this year?
I haven't seen, but I think last time we checked, it was close to 1,000 applications.
Yeah, I'm sure that was September, I think. So I'm sure
Yeah.
by December he's crossed 1,000.
Yeah.
But let's not pick on the poor guy. He's already dealing with a lot on the Twitter front.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
All right. That was a fun recap. And what's in store for 2023? I think we have to talk about that quickly. What do you have in store
Quickly.
for 2023?
I think for me personally in 2023, I am coming with a lot of IP and education things together.
We
So
need that.
yeah, probably my goal for 2023 is, uh, again, with the similar thought process, increase the number of people who know about IP and who want to leverage from IP and probably build their businesses, expand in whatever sector they are working in. And that is probably my thought process and my goal. And I'll not say a goal, a direction in which I want to move forward.
Fantastic. I hope you get what you wish for, and I wish you all the best for 2023.
And what is your direction of movement?
I am down this rabbit hole called IP and patents. So my goal is to go further down the rabbit hole.
Wow.
Um, I want to, uh, I want to, of course, IP awareness and IP education is a huge part of what I'm doing. And with that, I want to make sure that the monetization of IP also becomes a I can't expect it to become a commonplace thing so soon, but I want it to be trendy again, be trendy. So we'll
Wow.
see how that goes.
Awesome, and I wish you all the best for that. And we together will bring a change to this IP community.
Yes. Thank you to all
Thank
our viewers for watching and have a happy 2023 from us.
Thank you so much. And I'll mention a few names: Nicholas, Nael, Dharmendra. Thank you for being here. And we enjoy every Tuesday evening being here and probably discuss about IP. Thank you so much. Take care.